My grandfather, when he was 21 years old, he started DeHart Sheet Metal Works. After World War II, my dad came back from the war and from going to OSU in mechanical engineering and formed DeHart Air Conditioning with my grandfather. I grew up in a mechanical subcontracting firm. When I was young, I lived next door to my grandparents, and he would always take apart the old wooden crates that the air conditioning units came in. We would build tree houses and forts and things like that, so really got to know how to use a hammer, how to use a saw, and be creative. So that kind of started me off, I think, with wanting to build things.
Cary and I go way back. I knew his dad, and I've known his brothers. I believe Cary's always had a very strong work ethic. I think that comes from how he was raised.
My father was one of the first to graduate from Oklahoma State University with a construction management degree. While he was still in college, he got his first job as a construction manager.
In 1974, I'm 21 years old and getting ready to graduate. My dad sent me a request for a proposal for construction management services at our local college in Chickasha.
Cary took you down the road he said he was going to take you down, and then secondly, a series of accumulating projects that paid attention to the historic integrity of the campus and the campus buildings.
He nearly wrote the book on construction management, the processes and the procedures. Professional construction management is a science where you look after the owner's interest, working together as a team with the client and the architects and the engineers in the very beginning, and help the team to bring the project in on budget and on time in construction.
Willowbrook provides that opportunity for communication and collaboration to talk in terms of how we can best utilize their technical expertise, their business expertise in getting a job done.
My parents had built Willowbrook Apartments about 3 years before this and had formed a company, Willowbrook Development Company, Inc. And so I saved $300 or $400 in attorney fees and just used that company, so we was Willowbrook Construction Company.
We had an office at DeHart Air Conditioning. My dad just had one little corner of it back there in the back and one secretary. And that was his office for the majority of the time that I was growing up until I was in high school.
So my first exposure to construction started really at a young age. I literally grew up in this business. Spent a lot of time traveling around with my dad to job sites and really developed a lot of interest in construction.
When I started, there were about 6 employees. First Christmas party I was at, we all went to Cary's office and sat down on the floor and had some little sandwiches and snacks.
At night, he was wonderful and was always with us, but once it was time to go to bed, boy, he got his plans out, and they were always laying all over our kitchen table. We had this gigantic kitchen table.
We were doing construction management before construction management was cool. I remember those first 21 years, we were really building our reputation, building our capabilities, from 1974 to 1995, and had things in place. And that was because of the good people that we had trying to promote our values as far as customer service, integrity, and so forth.
I've been working for them since '83, which is 33 years, somewhere in there. The company's always been a real tight-knit company where we care about the other employees with the company. It's been a great job.
We have training topics and we have safety topics and things like that.
CMSWillowbrook takes safety very seriously. We use our field visits as mentoring opportunities for our fellow employees and subcontractors.
Creating that atmosphere of camaraderie where the guys know that they can talk to each other. If they have a problem, they can call somebody and say, hey, how would you deal with this?
This company fills you with opportunities, which I believe is probably why we have grown to what we are. They empower us. If you have energy and you have excitement and passion, they're going to stand behind us and they're going to support us and lift us up.
I think if you ask the people that have been with us for 25 years or more, why are they staying with CMS Willowbrook? And it's because they're proud of it, and that we don't compromise. We always do the right thing.
The DeHart family, they're good to work for, they're fair to everybody, they're fair to subcontractors, to the owners, to the architects.
I think I can call up Cary or Weston or anybody in this company and talk to them.
Growing up This was a family. I mean, it's a small town company, and most of those people are still here today. I think that really just started a culture that you really can't easily recreate.
I think that our people are the best. I think everybody brings their individual strengths, and that's what makes us good as a company and as a team.
He wasn't just successful because of what he knew, but how he was able to bring a team together and deal with those people in a fair and efficient way.
We have a wonderful, strong reputation throughout the state. And our most important thing is to preserve that reputation and continue to grow that reputation. And through that, you don't do that without great people.
It is just unbelievably important that you can depend on people.
Over the years, we've gone from small jobs, less than $1 million each, to now we're doing big complexes that are $80, $90 million.
They've grown from probably 10 employees when I started to probably somewhere around 100 today.
I think a lot of our success comes from many years of just building with integrity. It took a long time to build the foundation of this company. And I think once my dad knew that I was coming back and interested in helping him, I really saw him pursue larger and bigger, more complex projects. And that's when we started working at Oklahoma State University. Old Central Restoration and Murray Hall really connected with those projects and then got to immediately go run them. And so it was really fun and definitely a part of my history.
There's a lot of like light industrial, and now we're into a lot of multifamily. Downtown Oklahoma City growing and booming continually. There's this idea that we want to be a downtown contractor too, which means you go in and you renovate these old buildings.
You need to be able to learn and adapt to different project types, different methods, a number of different types of construction types, but we also vary our services.
Cary always says, you know, we don't just provide service. We build buildings, and we build relationships, and we build trust.
I feel like there is no limit to where the company can go.
Weston and I are just really excited to be kind of the next generation moving this company forward, and so thankful to be able to keep it in the family and to continue the tradition that my dad has built.
So as we move into 2017, I am super excited as we move forward with Weston coming in. He's high energy, he has great vision, and the roof is endless, I mean, on where we go with this.
In the future for growth for our employees are unlimited because we can just keep growing if we want to, where we want to.
I don't see any limits for this company. I never have seen any limits for this company. The first year I worked for them, I think we were doing $5 million in volume, and now we average $120 million a year in volume. And next year it could be 200.
So the future looks really exciting for CMSWillowbrook, and I think the success is going to be by understanding the past and where we've come from, the legacy that has been left.